Look at all that. Beautiful. All right, guys. Oh, look at that. What's going on, guys? Today we're out in the North Carolina woods. And we are going to be looking for some rubies today. We got some tools, water, and I'm going to go to my secret spot. See you there. So this mountain is known for having some really nice pieces of corundum ruby, sapphire. And the whole mountain is pretty much covered in this rock called smaragdite, which usually houses the corundum. It's like a host rock for it. You can also find garnet. What else can you find out here? Kyanite. Really whatever. It's just a nice area to be. It's right in front of us. All right, after a lot of hiking, came across my spot. Pretty secretive. This is what we're looking after today. You see all that red? There's a little chunk right there. Right there. You see all that pink? So this rock probably has something in it, but it's just a little bit too big and too much of a hassle for me to take on. There's some more pink right there. I'm sure if you split this up and followed the veins, there might be something good in there. But other than that, we're gonna start raking back a little bit. I've kind of picked over the surface here. But yeah, we're gonna get started on that today. Hey, the first pretty decent find of the day. Look at that pink right there. That's a good little chunk. Pretty sure I passed this over my last time here, but I don't see anything else on it besides that. So we might break it up a little bit and try and get that out. This is where we're looking right now. No snakes. There's some huge cockroaches came out of this wood pile. Look at them. Gnarly. Alright, so I'm looking around up here. See how it just looks like normal rock. Once you get there, a little pink. There's a pink streak running there. I must have been combing over some rocks in the area. Looks like there's some corundum on the sides, but not ruby. Yeah, we're gonna see if can't pull this guy up. I think we might be onto something good here. See that whole rock's moving? And this is where the pink is. I don't see anything over here yet. But I also pulled out this piece right there. See the pink in the corner? I think this one had some. No, not that one. It had a little streak. It's a little darker. I don't know if you can't see it. For me, it's even hard to see. So we're gonna try and pry this one out there real quick. So it collapsed on me, but there's some pink on that. I'm probably gonna have to chip that one out. That's a little too big to deal with when it has just that much little. Oh, there's another little bit right there. Yeah, it looks like a whole vein shooting down. Probably chip this piece off and see what we can't do with that. don't know if we're gonna be able to get all this out. It's so wedged in here. A little bit. Yeah, so since this piece doesn't have anything big on the surface, I think we're gonna pass on it today. Too much of a hassle to pry out all of that. Here, you see that little pink right there as well? What do you think? So I'm gonna pass up on this piece. There's a little bit of pink right there. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it this way sitting up. So that way the next time I come back, the rain's all gonna hit it and kind of wash off the surface a little bit. I don't have too much water to rinse that off, but there could be something hidden in there. And then on this one, you see that streak? It's like a whole vein running straight through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring a huge sledge next time and put a chipper right here, try and split it right down the middle, try and get rid of this part. Yeah, that'll be for next time. Got a pretty decent one. A little bit of pink in there. It's like a tiny little chunk. Oh, look at that. Oh man, beautiful. Wow. Look at that. You see it? What do you think? Whoa, that's a fucking keeper. Man. Oh, awesome. So pretty much what's going on in this mountain, you see all this rock, what it does over time, it erodes out and it protrudes what it's holding inside. So if you come into this rock, see how it's just naturally splitting off? Thought I could pull that out, but I guess not. You see there's a crack going down? And over time it just drops these little chunks off. Maybe these little chunks might hold something valuable someday. Yeah, you see these, it's just these natural cuts. It's kind of weird looking, but it's pretty neat. That's just what's happening with this whole entire ridge, and also like with the trees and the roots coming up and pushing the rocks out. And yeah, they're just all protruding over time. It's kind of neat. So even in 50 years, you could come back here and exact same spot and probably find some more corundum rubies. Yeah, pretty much you just got to look all over the place. A lot of this has been digged through. I don't know about this specific spot. Pretty far out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So even this rock, it has some really good chunks right here. But like this rock is just way too big for me to deal with. And I've already got a bunch of specimens just like this. So I'll leave it for the next person. Right here's a good example. So over time those roots are just pushing these rocks up. You know, it looks like someone's been placing these rocks, but it really hasn't. They've all just been moved over time. Oh, look at all that. This is exactly what you want to look for right here. Wow. So all these spots are corundum sticking out. See, it has a little bit of a pink hue. There's a little pink right there. Right there. That's a good chunk right there. It's just a little too big to deal with. There's nothing too big on it. Well, I stand corrected. Let's see if I can't get this rock out of the way. Oh, that was heavy. Look at that. We're gonna have to get that out. So the more I'm looking at this rock, it's just so awesome. It's got a straight vein running down here. And this is the chunk we're gonna try and get out. There's a little bit down here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and take the chisel and try and carve it out just like this. so I want it in the matrix. But I wish I could get this whole rock. It's just way too big. Might try and pry it out of the earth real quick. Alright, so pretty much I'm going to try and just carve this out with a chisel and hammer. But make sure you got your protective gear on. This stuff hurts when it gets in your eyes. Hurts, hurts, hurts. So I'm thinking we're just going to take it down here for a little bit. Yeah, I'll just have to split it. Oh, it sucks. There ain't no way you're getting this whole entire rock out of here. It's actually coming along a lot nicer than I thought it would be going. Got a good groove coming up underneath it, so it might I'm really hoping it splits down this little seam right there, but I guess we'll see. So as you can see, I've been hitting it right here and it's created a crack, so it's going to come out at this point. So what I'm going to do is try and get under here and chip it in a little bit, so that way it doesn't shoot straight up. Oh yeah, we're good, we're good. Oh baby. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Chip that up a little more on this side and get rid of this. And while we're here, I'm going to try and get this section out too. And I'm probably just going to leave this. It's just too much to deal with since it's attached to that. But with this, I think it's already cracked down there. So we can get our, well, there we go. Never mind. Oh man, there's some good pieces we pulled out of this one. There's a little bit left right there. Well, I'm gonna mess around here a little more and see what we can get. Alright, so pretty much now I'm chipping up all this rock. See all these crumbles. What you're gonna do, you're gonna take your hammer, just hit heavy on these edges. Oh man, no, I didn't know that was in there. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't know that was in there. Damn, I would have kept that a whole piece. Oh, look at that. Well, all right, I need to be careful splitting up this rock then. I stand corrected, do not follow my directions. Look at all that. Beautiful. Thought this was pretty cool. Tree growing inside of a rock. A rock going inside of a tree, whatever you want to call it. Well guys, at this point I'm beyond satisfied with what we got today. We got some good finds. A lot of them were on the surface. And we even split some rocks up and we found some good ones. There's all that. So we're gonna go through all that when we get back to the house or at the truck. But I'm gonna pack everything up. I know I got some holes to fill, some leaves to rake back. Just gotta make sure it looks like nobody's been here. So, yep. Gonna wrap it up for today. What's cool is they've had people here for thousands of years just chipping away at rocks. I used to treat this place as a mine. All over there, all down there, all down there. And here's like the main mine trail. Now there are some mine shafts on the mountain, but nowhere around here. You see they kind of got it pathed out with rocks. Yeah, this is where most people go when they want to do some digging. Just follow on the trail. And even more rocks. You see how this split open? Tons and tons of work. This area is kind of a well-kept secret. There's a little bit of trash laying around, but you know, most part it's pretty clean. But if you go further down in the valley, that's where some good stuff is. Like probably 2 miles down that way, right or left, give or take. And even that way too. You just find these little protrusions where the trees are. Lots of corundum up in these hills. I'm pretty sure there's a creek going that way, and there's a trail that goes even further back. You can walk along the trail and try and find stuff too. Pretty neat. I personally never dig around here, but I'm sure some people have pulled out some really good stuff. And this is where I go camping at sometimes. Check out this view. On a windy day, it is too awesome up here. Nothing but wilderness. Animals, caves, trees. Maybe a feral human or two. Just scattered all out there. Who knows, there could be someone camping out in that valley over there behind that mountain. You never know what's going on out here. No cell towers, no houses, no lights at night. It's pure wilderness. Whenever I go camping here, I hear all the wolves and coyotes going crazy. Kind of freak you out a little bit, but you'll be right. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. Koda loves it. An old fire pit back in the day. I'm pretty sure there was a spring here. Let's see if I can find it. Koda might have found it. He's drinking water. Yep. So there's a natural spring right here as well. Comes out of this pocket right here. I set these rocks up last time to see if like mud and stuff might dam it up. I need to put some more rocks here. I'm trying to make like a little pool. Yeah. Muddy water, but still good. Yeah, I really don't push it past this point because it just gets a little too crazy and it affects your mind really bad. I'll start to go crazy out here alone. It's because there's nothing. There's literally just nothing but mountains. It's quite eerie. I always have this very unsettling feeling when I'm out here, but regardless of that, it's just a beautiful place to be. Alright, so I hit all these rocks with some water. Here's one of the pieces we got today. There's a good little cluster right through here. A little bit of pink over there. Got to get some of that more moss off there. Here's this rock. There's a huge cluster right there. There's some over here. And there's a bunch on the side right there as well. Real pretty. Then I believe, yep, there's some more right here. And then this is the cluster we hit, not even knowing it was in there. That's pretty cool. So there's that rock. This one came off that cluster. I think this one did too. It's got a little bit in there. That's a really pretty piece right there. That is awesome. Wow. This one's really nice too. That one's got a straight streak through it. Nothing on the back side. That one's got that cluster. Really pretty. This one's got a small cluster at the top. Nice. That's got a little bit too. Pretty awesome. So I'm gonna be doing a bit of a giveaway on these three right here. We got the streak, the cluster one, and this is just surface. And you got a little bit in the back side too, which is really cool. And this one has it protruding from the smaragdite itself. You got some white corundum in there as well. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, if you want these, leave me a comment explaining why you want them, and we'll go from there. Get your shipment information, and you'll get them in the mail the next day. So let me know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming along with me. As always, I hope you enjoyed.